The journey of modern relationships often feels like a complex dance of discovery, where two people move through stages of mutual evaluation to determine if their connection has the depth to endure a lifetime. For many men, the transition from casual dating to a committed, long-term partnership is marked by a series of subtle tests or psychological checkpoints. These are rarely malicious or even consciously planned. Rather, they are subconscious mechanisms used to evaluate a partner's emotional stability, loyalty, and overall compatibility with his life vision. When a man begins to see a future with you, his instinct is to ensure that the foundation is solid. He looks beyond the initial spark of attraction to see how you handle pressure, how you treat his inner circle, and how you maintain your own identity when he isn't around. Understanding these signs is not about playing games, but about recognizing the moments where he is looking for reassurance that you are the one worth keeping by his side. Through every season of life, these assessments often manifest in small, everyday behaviors that might seem confusing or even frustrating at first glance. Whether it is a sudden pullback in communication or a subtle challenge to your perspective, these moments are actually invitations for you to showcase your character and high-value traits. He is essentially asking, are you a safe harbor in a storm? Can I trust you with my vulnerabilities? Do we truly share the same values? When you navigate these tests with grace, self-respect, and emotional intelligence, you do more than just pass. You prove that the relationship is a partnership of equals. Recognizing these 15 signs allows you to see the bigger picture, that his scrutiny is often a byproduct of his growing desire to stay. By remaining grounded in your own worth, you provide the clarity he needs to move forward with confidence, transforming a period of testing into a permanent bond built on mutual respect and unwavering commitment. The sudden distance test. This behavior often manifests as a deliberate withdrawal of attention or a pause in communication to gauge your emotional stability. When a man is assessing whether you are a suitable long-term partner, he may pull back to see if you react with high anxiety, clingy behavior, or if you maintain your own sense of self. The goal of this subconscious test is to determine if your happiness is solely dependent on his constant validation. If you remain grounded, continue pursuing your own interests, and give him the space he seemingly requested, without lashing out or becoming desperate, you demonstrate high value and emotional maturity. He is looking for a partner who can navigate the natural ebbs and flows of a relationship without creating unnecessary drama. By staying calm, you prove that you are a secure individual, which makes him feel safe enough to return and commit more deeply to the connection. The check-in consistency observation. Consistency is the bedrock of trust, and he likely observes how you show up. When there isn't a specific reward or event involved, this isn't just about whether you text back, but rather the quality of your presence. He wants to see if your character remains steady, or if you are only kind and attentive when things are going your way. By observing your daily habits and how you treat him during mundane moments, he is gathering data on your reliability. If you remain a consistent source of support and positivity, it signals to him that you are a dependable partner who won't disappear when life becomes difficult. This observation phase is crucial because it helps him envision a future where your presence is a stable, predictable comfort rather than a volatile variable. When you pass this, his desire for you to stay increases significantly. The boundary push. A man may occasionally push a boundary, perhaps by changing plans, last minute, or expressing a controversial opinion, to see if you have the self-respect to stand your ground. This isn't necessarily a malicious act. Rather, it is an assessment of your personal strength. Men who are looking for a serious partner generally respect a woman who knows her limits and can communicate them clearly and respectfully. If you simply people-please or let your boundaries slide just to keep him happy, he may perceive a lack of authenticity or self-worth. Conversely, when you calmly but firmly address a boundary, you show him that you are a person of principle. This creates a healthy dynamic of mutual respect. Knowing that you can hold your own and advocate for yourself gives him confidence that you will also be a strong partner in life's many future negotiations. The vulnerability reveal. Vulnerability is a significant hurdle for many men, and he may test the waters by sharing a small, sensitive piece of information about his past, his fears, or his failures. He is watching your reaction with intense scrutiny. If you respond with judgment, mockery, or by sharing his secret with others, the door to his heart will likely close permanently. However, if you provide a safe, non-judgmental space and offer genuine empathy, You pass a major emotional milestone. This test is designed to see if you can handle the real him, beyond the polished exterior. By accepting his vulnerability, you prove that you are a supportive confidant. This builds a unique intimacy that is difficult to find elsewhere, making him realize that you are someone worth keeping in his life for the long haul because he can truly be himself around you. The delayed response analysis. In the modern dating landscape, communication frequency is often used as a metric for interest. He might intentionally delay his responses to your messages or take longer to return a call than usual. This is a strategic move to observe your level of patience and your reaction to a lack of immediate gratification. He is looking for signs of protest behavior, such as sending multiple follow-up texts, expressing frustration, or accusing him of losing interest. If you handle the delay with grace and don't make it a point of contention, you demonstrate that you have a life outside of the relationship and that you trust the connection enough not to panic. This lack of urgency is incredibly attractive because it suggests that you are confident in your own worth and in the bond you share, signaling that you are a low-stress, high-security partner. The group dynamic observation. When he introduces you to his inner circle of friends or family, he's doing more than just being social. He is conducting a vital assessment of how you fit into his broader life. He watches how you interact with the people who matter most to him, looking for signs of adaptability, social intelligence, and respect. If you can hold your own in a conversation, show genuine interest in his friends, and navigate different personalities with ease, you pass a significant hurdle. He wants to ensure that bringing you into his world won't create friction or force him to choose between his partner and his support system. Your ability to charm his circle while remaining authentically yourself signals that you are a teammate who enhances his social standing rather than someone who complicates it. Seeing you blend seamlessly into his environment makes him much more likely to envision you as a permanent fixture. The opinion challenge. An opinion challenge occurs when he deliberately voices a perspective that differs from yours or asks for your take on a complex topic. He isn't necessarily looking for you to agree with him. In fact, blind agreement can often be a red flag for a lack of independent thought. Instead, he is testing your intellectual depth and your ability to engage in a healthy disagreement. He wants to see if you can articulate your thoughts clearly without becoming defensive or overly emotional. Passing this test involves showing that you have a mind of your own and can respect his viewpoint even when it clashes with yours. This demonstrates a level of maturity that is essential for long-term conflict resolution. When he realizes he can have a stimulating, respectful debate with you, his respect for you deepens, and he begins to see you as an equal partner he wants to keep around. The support under pressure test. Life is rarely smooth, and he may observe how you react when he is going through a stressful period, such as a demanding week at work or a personal setback. This test determines whether you are a fair weather partner or someone who provides a steady hand during a storm. He is looking to see if you become an additional source of stress by demanding more of his time, or if you offer practical support and emotional space. By being the person who brings peace rather than chaos when he is under pressure, you prove your value as a long-term companion. He wants to know that if things get tough in the future, you will be his sanctuary rather than his critic, or showing that you can prioritize his needs during a temporary crisis signals a level of selfless love that makes him want to ensure you stay by his side. The independence assessment. A man who is serious about a long-term commitment often tests how much space you allow him and how well you manage your own life. He might spend a weekend focused on his hobbies or take a solo trip to see how you spend your time apart. He is looking for a partner who is a whole person, someone with her own friends, passions and goals. If you use the time apart to thrive and pursue your own interests, rather than sitting by the phone waiting for him, you demonstrate a healthy level of independence. This is incredibly attractive because it removes the pressure of him being your sole source of entertainment or happiness. By showing that you are not needy and have a fulfilling life of your own, you prove that your choice to be with him is based on desire, not desperation, which makes the relationship feel much more secure. The emotional reactivity check. This is a subtle test where he might bring up a potentially sensitive topic or act slightly off to see how you handle a shift in the emotional atmosphere. He is checking to see if you have the emotional regulation to handle minor provocations without spiraling into a heated argument or an emotional breakdown. A woman who can stay composed Ask clarifying questions and address issues with a cool head is seen as a high-value partner. He is assessing whether the relationship will be a roller coaster of high-intensity emotions or a stable, peaceful environment. If you demonstrate that you can process your feelings internally before reacting externally, you show him that you are a safe person to communicate with. This stability is a key trait men look for when they are deciding if they want a woman to stay in their life permanently. The past relationship mention. A man might occasionally bring up a past relationship or a specific ex-partner to gauge your level of security and jealousy. He isn't trying to make you feel inadequate. Rather, he is testing whether you are prone to comparison or if you possess the confidence to realize that his past is separate from his present with you. If you react with bitterness, interrogations, or competitive comments, it signals a lack of self-assuredness. However, if you listen with a neutral or supportive stance, or simply acknowledge that everyone has a history, you demonstrate that you are a secure partner who doesn't feel threatened by his previous life. This level of emotional maturity is rare and highly valued. It shows him that you are focused on the future you are building together, which makes him feel more comfortable being fully transparent and honest with you as the relationship progresses toward a permanent commitment. The sacrifice observation. This test involves observing how willing you are to compromise. When your needs or desires clash with his, or the needs of the relationship, he might look for small gestures, such as choosing a restaurant he prefers, or adjusting your schedule to support him during an important event. He is assessing whether you are a team player, or if you are primarily self-centered. A long-term relationship requires a constant give and take, and he wants to know that you are capable of the give part without resentment. It's not about losing yourself or your autonomy. It's about showing that the partnership is a priority. When he sees that you can make reasonable sacrifices for the greater good of the couple, he recognizes that you have the selfless qualities necessary for a lifelong union. This makes him feel safe enough to reciprocate that same level of devotion. The financial responsibility check. Money is one of the leading causes of relationship friction, so he may subtly observe your spending habits, your attitude toward bills, or how you handle shared expenses. He is testing your financial compatibility and your level of responsibility. He wants to know if you view him as a bank or as a partner in building a future. If you offer to contribute, show that you can live within your means, and maintain a practical approach to finances, you pass a major stability test. He is looking for a partner who can help navigate the economic realities of life together, whether that involves saving for a home or managing a household budget. By demonstrating financial intelligence and a lack of entitlement, you signal that you are a grounded individual who can be trusted with the material aspects of a shared life, which is a key reason for him to want you to stay. The loyalty scenario. He may observe your loyalty in situations where he isn't present or during moments when his character is being questioned by others. This could be as simple as watching how you talk about him to your friends or how you defend him if someone makes a disparaging remark. Loyalty is the ultimate foundation of a long-term bond. He wants to know that you are his ride or die and that you have his back, even when it isn't convenient. If he hears that you speak highly of him in private, or that you stand up for the relationship when it's challenged, his trust in you will reach its peak. This sense of unwavering support creates a profound emotional safety net. Knowing that you are a loyal ally makes him feel that losing you would be a significant loss to his life's stability, cementing his desire for you to remain. The future hypothetical discussion. Finally, he will test the waters by bringing up hypothetical future scenarios, moving to a new city, career changes, or even family goals to see if your visions for the future align. He is checking for compatibility in the long term. This isn't just about whether you want the same things, but how you navigate the conversation. He is looking for excitement, flexibility, and a shared sense of we. If you engage with these ideas with an open mind and show that you are willing to build a life together rather than just fitting him into your existing plan, you pass the ultimate test. He wants to see if you are a placeholder or a permanent partner. When your answers reflect a desire to grow alongside him through all of life's potential changes, it confirms that you are the one he wants to stay with for the rest of his life.